Afternoon. It's Dr. Chidi Ufondu of Snowspirations, Global Health Solutions. Thank you so much and welcome to our Word Round. My name is Dr. Chidi Ufondu. I'm the convener of the group. And it's a beautiful weekend. I hope you're having a wonderful time. I hope you're spending time with your family. I hope you're spending time, getting to take care of yourself. And I hope you're prioritizing your health. So every weekend by this time, we normally touch base to check in on our members and make sure that everybody is doing good. So thank you so much and welcome to this afternoon's clinic. It's going to be an open word round. So you will have opportunity to throw your questions at me, then I will give you feedbacks. Now, please remember you have different platforms to participate. So if you're in YouTube, check Snowspirations YouTube channel. You can participate from there. You can ask your questions. You can subscribe. You can like. You can share. Now, if you are already a member in our Facebook, you can participate from the page or you can participate from the group. Now, if you're not a member, then you're my friend in Facebook. You will also have an opportunity to participate in real time. So thank you so much. I welcome you to today's clinic. Just for due diligence, when you come in, can you confirm you can see me? Can you confirm you can hear me? You can give me a thumbs up. Stay focused on my admin, Chi Evelyn, Kenneth, the Chief Operating Officer, Ebenezer, the designer, Dr. Ndiche will likely join, and Onyinyechi Okafor. This is the full team. We are here for you this afternoon. So I'm going to sit back and as soon as possible, I will start providing you feedbacks. Thank you so much, Dr. Ndiche, for coming in. Please remember, Snowspirations' aim is to help everybody to achieve. So if you are coming to our group, I want you to have an objective. I want you to have a SMART objectives. So SMART objective means you have specific thing you are believing God for. And those specific things should be measurable. So SMART means specific, measurable, applicable, replicable, and time-sensitive goals. So assuming you want to be a mother, assuming you want to be a father, it has to be specific. So when you're coming to our group, you are coming with the sole aim of getting help so you can be a mother. If you want to be a father, the same thing. So your goals must be specific. Your goals must be measurable. So how can you measure your goal of becoming a mother and a father in 2022? By this time in 2022, if you're not a mother, if you're not a father, then we need to go back to the drawing board. This is what we show up for. We want you to succeed. I want you to have your babies. I want you to have your twins. I want you to have your triplets. I want you to have your quadruplets. We want you to have your babies. Now, when you end up becoming pregnant, it's not just enough to say, oh, I'm pregnant. We want you to also have a very good pregnancy outcome. So our services are tailored towards serving you and making you make sure you are becoming who God says you will become. We believe that every woman in our group is a mother until you don't want to become a mother. So even if you're having challenges today, your challenges will expire. Infertility ends. Nobody is born barren. You will be a mother, period, regardless of your age. This is what we believe. So if you haven't joined the group proper, make sure you follow Chi Evelyn, click and join, invite your friends. For some reason, some of you will invite your friends, but you won't tell them to follow through. So when someone has invited you, make sure you click to join. It's completely free of charge. Now, on the 25th of this month, we have a big event. We understand that so many women will need assistance in reproduction, which is bringing forth your own. There is a particular technology we call assisted reproductive technique. Some people will need IUI to become pregnant. Some people will need IVF to become pregnant. Some people will need donor eggs to become pregnant. Some people will need donor sperm to become pregnant. Some people will need surrogacy to become pregnant. And it's not just enough to be pregnant. When you are pregnant, we want you to have your babies. Now, on the 25th, we have a special event, Assisted Reproductive Technique Symposium. We are going to talk about everything IVF, IUI, surrogacy, and exactly what you need to do. If you followed my beautiful testimony yesterday, a lady that came in at age 45, tried her best wasn't good enough. She escalated at age 46. She went for surrogacy. The twins we were celebrating yesterday did not fall from heaven. She took a bold step. She went for surrogacy. If you don't know, you need to know. When you know better, you can act better. When you act better, you can get results. There is absolutely nobody in our group who wants to be a mother that can be a mother. You can be a mother if you want to be a mother. You have to find a way to be a mother. If it's difficult, you do it the difficult way. If it's tough, you do it the tough way. If it's money, you find the money. If it's faith, you find the faith. We are going to equip you with everything you need, including connecting you to the best. The person that will talk to us on the 25th is the best in Lagos when it comes to IVF, when it comes to IUI. This is your chance of becoming a mother in 2022, okay? So thank you so much for coming. At this stage, I'm gonna open the clinic and I'm gonna start providing you feedbacks. So sit back and start asking your questions, okay? So the clinic is open. Remember, it's word round, so I don't have a topic, but I'm gonna be checking in for questions. Then I'll put your questions on the screen and I'll provide you feedback. So please feel free to ask your questions. Okay, make sure you register. Now we have a couple of services. So if you need to talk to me, you can talk to me on different packages. You can come in at 3 months. It's called Classic. Or you can come in at 6 months. It's called Prime. Now, if you want to also get your consult for 1 week, you can come in. It's called Light. If you also want to get your consult for 1 month, you can come in. It's called Basic. If you are already pregnant, you must be a wise mother. You must register for ANC. If you want to be a mother in 2022, you should go to our Believing for Baby category. So we have provisions for everybody. Okay, so guys, let's talk. Let me see your questions, please. Please go ahead and ask your questions. Okay, let me start from beginning. Okay, once you're done introducing yourself and your location, please start asking questions. Please start asking questions. It's word round. I don't have a topic. I'm just going to be providing you feedback. So please start asking your questions. Start asking questions, please. Okay? So I'm checking right away. Let's see what we have. Guys, you can start asking your questions so I can provide you feedbacks. Admin, please, you can copy any questions I've missed so I can provide feedbacks. Please go ahead and ask your questions. If you live in Abuja, in Asaba, in Oka, in Benue, in Calabar, in Enugu, in Jos, in Kogi, in Kano, in Lagos, in Nnewi, Osun, Owerri, and Port Harcourt, we can refer you. Okay, so let's see. You cannot put questions here. Your friends on your list will see it later. Now, my sister, you see, the problem we have in our society is our friends. What they will say and what they won't say. Look, this is your life. If you keep thinking about what your friends will think or say or do or whatever, you're not going to move forward. That's the truth. So many people are not mothers today because of their friends, because of their mother, because of their husband, because of their pastor. At the end of the day, you are depriving yourself of the joy that God gave you. You are living your life for people. Now, I understand if you have a peculiar medical problems, which I wouldn't encourage you to put it openly, right? This is why we have packages. So, Kachi, I understand if you don't want your friends to know about your business, which is good. So the fact you're asking questions doesn't necessarily mean it's about you. You can package your questions to be independent of your situation. But if you have a private issues you want to talk about, this is where you can activate the subscription, then you come in. But please stop living your life for friends and people. Do what you need to do to become what you need to become. So many of you have not gone for IVF, IUI, donor sperm adoption because of your friends. Now, if you're wise, you will notice that most of the friends we seek validation from, they have completed their families. Have you noticed that? If you don't have a baby, the best person to go for help from is someone that has gone through what you've gone through. Not someone that probably got blessed and they think you're doing something wrong. No. If you notice, the people that give us advice sometimes in life are people that feel they've arrived. So your friend's telling you not to do this, not to do that. She has her boys, she has her girls, she has everything working for her. But you're not taking your bold step because of your friends. Who cares about them? This is your life, okay? So let's continue, guys. Let's see what we have. Okay? Doc, can one be pregnant and still test negative? No, my sister. You see, when you are pregnant, the so-called pregnancy hormone, which is called beta human chorionic gonadotropin, HCG, it will first of all show positive test in your blood, number one. Now, remember that everything that happens to your body will pass through the filtration, right? So your urine is an ultra-filtration of so many things that happen in the body. So your pregnancy test must test positive in your blood and in your urine. What's the difference between the blood test and the urine test? Your blood test is both quantitative and qualitative test. Your blood test will tell you you are pregnant. And this is the quantity of beta HCG. Your beta HCG is a marker of how the pregnancy is going. You are supposed to be doubling your beta HCG every 72 hours. Now, if you test positive in your urine and you don't go for the blood test, unfortunately, in some women, they can have what we call chemical pregnancy. So in chemical pregnancy, is an abnormal form of pregnancy. You actually got pregnant, but for some reason, you lost that pregnancy very early. So anytime your pregnancy is not developing okay, when we check your beta HCG, what will happen? They will not be doubling. This is why you need to be careful. Before you go out there to announce to the whole world that you're pregnant, be careful. Until we've confirmed your pregnancy through ultrasound, you are not clinically confirmed pregnant. So every singular woman who is pregnant must test positive for the urine, must test positive for the blood. Now, by default, most women will check for their pregnancy by urine test strips. Now, please, when you get positive pregnancy test, don't stop there. Call your doctor, go in. We need to check the quantity. When we are confirmed that you are pregnant through your blood, don't stop there. Make appointments. We need to confirm that the pregnancy is developing inside the womb. Unfortunately, some women can be pregnant, but unfortunately, that pregnancy might not be developing inside the womb. Any pregnancy developing outside the womb is called ectopic pregnancy. Most ectopic pregnancy will happen in the tube. When your pregnancy is developing in the tube, it's an abnormal place. It will damage your tubes. We will remove the tubes. Some women will have what we call empty sac, an embryonic pregnancy, or what we call blighted ovum. Unfortunately, you tested positive. You are pregnant. But when the exchange between the mother and the father came together, something happened, you had an error, so there is no sac. It's an empty sac. You are not pregnant. Some people can also have a type of pregnancy we call molar pregnancy. Some people can be pregnant, then the pregnancy will be lost very early. They will have what we call missed abortion. These are all forms of abnormal pregnancy. Now, I know where this lady is coming from. You see, there are so many people that deceive you guys out there. They are crooks. They are wicked people. They are people that go to collect other people's babies. Then they keep it in waiting. They target so many young women. Matter of fact, there are some places they have baby making factory. So what they will do, they will tell you, oh, don't worry. you're going to get pregnant. They will inject your body with so many chemicals, which can even cause cancer. Now your body will begin to react as if you're pregnant, meanwhile you're not pregnant. And they will tell you clearly, don't go to the doctors, don't tell anybody, only be coming to us. Do you know why they're telling you that? Because they are feeding you lies. A normal pregnancy must be observed in ultrasound. So anybody telling you not to see a doctor, anybody telling you not to go for tests, it's a criminal. Don't go there. No member of our group should go to baby making factory. You will never have peace if they take another person's baby and give you. Believe me. Now, the society is very small. Do you know there is a possibility that if you go to those baby making factories, excuse me, do you know they can give you a particular baby, then later in the future, because you don't know the genetic makeup of that baby can marry, a sibling. And in medical practice, siblings do not marry. You will have a lot of problems. So imagine a woman that delivered a twin, right? They take one of the twins, either the boy and the girl, they give you the girl. Then later in life, a twin will meet his or her twin and marry. Think about that for a moment. There are so many people that have already shot themselves in the leg. Don't make the mistake of going to the wrong place. You see, it's very easy to want to become pregnant, then you become desperate. Then people hop on it. Unfortunately, there are some merchants, there are some people that use the fact that you don't have a baby to siphon money from you, including so-called pastors. There are so many fake pastors out there. So when you go to church tomorrow, when you go down on your knees, tell God, God, please show me the way. Some of them are using the fact you don't have babies. They will call altar call, oh, if you don't have a baby, show up, sow seeds, do this, do that. God doesn't take money from us to make us mothers. God has already made us mothers, but you need to be wise. What we preach in this group, I give you the knowledge. You use the knowledge to change your attitude. Your attitude will change your practices. Your practices will change your perception. Then you will begin to become. You are already the daughter of Most High God. You don't need any visa to talk to your God. You don't need passport to talk to your father. You walk up to your father and you begin to demand your rights. Pregnancy and motherhood is your right. You do not need to pay somebody else to pray for you. You do not need to tell somebody to intervene for you. No, just like your earthly father. If your earthly father can give you every single good thing, how about your heavenly father? So every singular person of our group must be wise. One of the biggest things I try to teach us is what? Wisdom. How can you get wisdom? Knowledge. So you can't say you've been following me and you're still going to places, they will steal other people's baby and they give you. You will not have peace, my sister. So avoid going there by all means, okay? So guys, let's continue, guys. Keep asking your questions, please. It's open clinic. It's an opportunity to get feedbacks from me. And if you don't know, it's better you ask, okay? Let's see. Okay, doc, you're taking KIC humanitarian multiple supplement drug after delivery. How healthy is this? Though it was given to you during pregnancy. Now, my sister, I don't know this particular brand you're talking about, but here's the deal. Once you want to be a mother, you are advised to start taking your prenatal multivitamins. You are supposed to start taking it from 3 months before the period you are anticipating to become pregnant. But here's the deal, in our group, because you don't know the exact time you will be pregnant, if you are making love today and you're not using protection, start taking your prenatal multivitamins. Why? You do not want to have a problem when you eventually become pregnant. So this is what will happen. If you don't take your prenatal multivitamins, possibility you have inadequacy in your folic acid, in your omega-3, omega-6, and all those important vitamins. So what's going to happen, especially for folic acid, when you don't have adequate stores of folic acid and you eventually become pregnant, when your baby starts developing, the first trimester, which is the first 3 months, is the most critical phase in pregnancy. There is a special place in the spinal cord and the brain of the baby called the neural tubes. When you don't have adequate level of folic acid, which you should be getting from that prenatal vitamins, your baby can develop neural tube disorders. So when we tell you to start taking your prenatal multivitamins, focus. It's preventive drug. It doesn't help you to become pregnant. It's just preparing your body to make sure that when you eventually become pregnant, your baby will develop okay. So I want to believe, my sister, that this humanitarian multiple supplement is actually a prenatal multivitamin. So we encourage women to take it throughout the whole pregnancy. But the critical phase, which you must take it, is that 6 months. 3 months before and 3 months into pregnancy. Remember that pregnancy is divided into 3 different phases. First trimester, first 3 months. Second trimester, second 3 months. Last trimester, last 3 months. An average pregnancy is supposed to last for how long? 42 weeks. Once your pregnancy has gone beyond 42 weeks, we must bring that baby out. It's called post-date. So every singular member of our group who is believing God to be a mother in 2022 must, by default, start taking their prenatal multivitamin. If you're in Nigeria, the popular one there is Pregnant Care. Please start taking it 3 months ahead on time. And because you can't know exactly when you become pregnant, it's advised to start taking it early. I know you'll be frustrated. Some women will ask me, how long will I be taking this? Let me tell you the truth. Nothing good in life comes easy. If you remember how your baby will be crying all over the place, if you remember how your house will be filled with so much joy, then you need to get up and you need to do everything you need to do to be calm. What I've noticed in our group, so many of our members rush when we share babies' pictures, when we share testimonies. They say amen, they love it, they claim it, but they don't claim the process. Yesterday, that lady went for surrogacy. So many people did not read about the surrogacy. Most people read about the twins she had. Now the question is, how did she succeed in having twins? She went for surrogacy. Are you denying yourself going for IVF, IUI, surrogacy, donor egg, donor sperm, adoption without having a game plan? Do you understand that as a woman, once you hit menopause, that's the end of the road for you? Do you understand that? Now in life, when you don't have, what do we do? Assuming you got involved in a motor vehicle accident and you're just about dying and we need to give you blood, are you not going to take blood? Some of us have donated blood. Some of us have received blood. If we didn't give you blood, you would have been gone. The same thing is applicable to the egg and the sperm. If you don't have quality eggs, you have an opportunity for someone to generously donate to you so you can become. Sometimes we lean on our understanding and we begin to forget that there is a God factor. I remember growing up, one of the popular questions I used to ask my mom. Okay, I say, Mom, okay, so God is the Father of Jesus Christ, right? And Mom would say, yes. I was very inquisitive. So that's why Jumeje is just copying virtually everything, he's doing now. So I used to ask my mom, okay, Mom, I understand God is the Father of Jesus Christ, right? Now I would ask, so Mom, who is the Father of God? So my mom will go and quote Bible and try to twist and turn, and I will say, okay, Mom, I understand. Now, who is the Father of God? Now, there comes a point in time in life, you have to recognize the higher being. Someone made all this possible. So when you have done your best, lean not on your understanding, lean on God. Okay, very important. Let's continue, guys. Please, can you continue taking Pregnant Care after Zoladex injection? Your Pregnant Care is independent of any other fertility treatment you're taking. Zoladex is part of a treatment cocktail for people that are having infertility. When you are taking Zoladex, what Zoladex will do is to place your body in a quiescent phase, more like a suspension phase, so we can come in and begin to control your body the way we want. Now, regardless of any fertility treatment you're taking, your prenatal multivitamin should and must be taken. Now, some women will come in and say, Doc, but they told me if I have fibroid, I shouldn't be taking this. The gain of taking your prenatal multivitamins far outweighs whatever problems you're going to have in fibroid. Now, not every woman that has fibroid will go for surgery, depending on the size, depending on the location and the symptoms. Some of you might have a need to go for removal, but whichever way, you must take your prenatal multivitamin. You cannot afford not to take it. Okay, guys, let's continue, guys. Let's see what we have. Please keep asking your questions. Remember, it's open clinic. I don't have a particular topic. I'll just be providing you feedbacks. Okay? Okay, let me quote this. My admin is doing an amazing job. At a certain age, you have to own your life. You have to stop worrying about what other people will say. Admin, capture this on a big canvas, and thank you so much, because what I've noticed, so many women think they have time. So what we normally do, when we post baby pictures, they come in, they rejoice, they're happy, they're excited, they begin to make inquiries. Once it's evening, they forget themselves. They begin to go through the merry-go-round. Once it's December, you begin to cry, you begin to regret that you didn't take your actions. So don't regret the actions you didn't take. Let the baby pictures be things that will tell you, hey, if this lady can do this, I can do this. That's the reason why we show up every day. So refuse to buy the lies your friends are telling you, and do this for you. Okay? Most mothers just want to have their babies. They don't care how you get the babies. So it's for you to know when to do the right things. You're not doing it for anybody. You're doing it for yourself. You're not doing anybody a favor. They're not doing you any favor. The people you're crying to, some of them are happy that every day you come to them and complain to them. Some of your friends are no longer friends because they believe you did something wrong and the gods are, sad with you. No. If God gives people babies based on how we behave, nobody will be a parent. So it's called God's grace. Okay? So let's continue, guys. Keep asking your questions, please. Okay? So this one says, how could gestational diabetes affect the health of the unborn baby and the mother? Now, diabetes is a condition that will come up when the body's mechanism of handling sugar is default. So there's a hormone that handles all the sugar. Every singular carbohydrate you eat will be broken down to simple sugar. Now, insulin is the hormone that handles all the sugar, places in the body where we will need it to produce energy, and a couple of things. Now, in diabetes, for some reasons, some people might not be producing insulin. Some people might be producing insulin, but they will have insulin resistance. So what will happen? You will have a lot of sugar in your blood, which will affect a couple of your body functions. Diabetes is a deadly disease condition. It might not kill you instantly, but it can damage a lot of things in your body. Now, some women might be diabetic and they want to become pregnant. The key word is to make sure that your diabetes is controlled, right? So we want to make sure it's controlled. There's a particular test we can use to track your control of your diabetes. It's called A1C test. So every singular member who has been told they have diabetes, you must have a doctor that controls your diabetes before you become pregnant. Now, there are two types of diabetes. We have type 1 and type 2. So some people will not produce insulin at all. In that case, we have to give them insulin. Some people might be producing insulin, but insulin is not functioning. So we have two types. So I'm not going to bother you with the further details. Now, if you are diabetic and we don't control your diabetes, it can mess up a lot of body functions. It can mess up your pregnancy. It can actually directly impact your baby. Now, babies that are born from a mother that is diabetic can come very big. They are called macrosomic babies. Now, the fact your baby is very big doesn't mean your baby is healthy. So any woman who has diabetes or who develops diabetes during pregnancy, so if you are not diabetic, but you develop diabetes during pregnancy, it's called gestational diabetes. So all pregnant women, one of the important investigations we must conduct in pregnancy is called what? Oral glucose tolerance test. So we check you to make sure you didn't develop diabetes. Now, the beautiful thing about some women that develop gestational diabetes, once that pregnancy is over, their body will come back to normal. So diabetes can affect you directly as a pregnant woman and can affect your baby directly. So you must control it. Some pregnant women can be given insulin depending on how your body is functioning. So you cannot afford not to control your diabetes when you're pregnant. It can affect your baby. Your baby can be messed up. Some babies can actually die. Some mother's life can also be in danger. Diabetes can kill you. Okay, so let's continue, guys. Let's continue. Keep asking your questions, please. It's better you ask your questions than to assume. Assumption is deadly. We don't assume. When you don't know, please ask. Okay? Surrogacy is a great option to achieving motherhood. What's surrogacy? For some reasons, your body cannot carry your baby. For some reasons, it's happened to some women. It doesn't mean you committed crime, right? This is life. We're going to be challenged. Now, if your body as a woman cannot carry your baby, if your eggs are still okay, we can get your eggs. We can get your partner's sperm. We can look for another party to carry you people's baby. This is how this lady had her twins. Let me tell you guys, she gave me the right to explain, and nobody knows her. What happened? In 2019, she subscribed under me for 1 year in my former group. We continue talking, we continue brainstorming, we continue following up. Then we discover she has a condition we call adenomyosis, which is also a condition that can affect a lot of women without even knowing. Now, this lady was committed. I remember what she told me. She said, you know what, Dr. Chidi, anywhere you tell me to go, I'm gonna go. Anywhere you send me to go, I'm gonna go. I said, okay, my sister, you have this, you have that. This is what we're gonna do. Continue practicing your PPP. Continue going for your fertility treatment. We treated her, we did a couple of things, it didn't work. When she came back, sad, depressed, I said, okay, you know what? We are gonna step up. Let's go for surrogacy. Go and discuss with your husband. It was a difficult conversation, but at the end of the day, both of them agreed. Guess what happened? Everything I was telling you started happening in 2019. The whole of 2020, you know, it was COVID, right? When people were breaking their head, when people were losing their lives, God was preparing a table for them. They found the surrogate mother. They continued. They spent a lot of money. It was expensive. But guess what? Sometime in November, she informed me, Doc, it has happened. God has answered our prayer. We are expecting twins from nothing. Remember, she started at age 45. So it's possible her eggs and so many things were not in order. So few days ago, she confirmed that she's now a mother of 2 babies, a boy and a girl at the same time. Now tell me, my people, can anybody take that joy away from her? Now, if she did not take her bold step, would she be a mother? No. If she was crying and going from one church to the other, and they continue to collect your money, and they continue to promise you, because the problem we have is religiosity. The reason why so many people don't have babies in this group is because of spirituality. You are going to people that are deceiving you. They don't have game plan for you. Meanwhile, this is July. You are in denial. You don't have plans. You don't know how you're going to get there, and you're not seeking help. But this mother refused. She continued. Today, she's a mother. Every singular thing you saw out there, go and take time and read her story. She didn't give up. I don't want you to give up. Don't ever give up, because the essence of infertility is to make you to give up. You can't give up. You didn't make yourself. God made you. Okay, so if you need private conversation, follow the admin, subscribe. You can come in for 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. That's what you need to do. Don't come to my inbox, okay? Go through the right way. Subscribe. Okay, guys, let's continue. Let's continue. Let me keep looking for questions, okay? Let's see. How will one be pregnant if your husband's got retrograde ejaculation? So here's the deal. So unfortunately, in retrograde ejaculation, instead of the sperm to come out, they will be going in, unfortunately. Now, what we need to do, your partner must go for consult under a urologist. Now, we have to confirm if your partner actually is producing sperm. If your partner is producing sperm, we have to do what we call seminal fluid analysis. So we will go for a minor surgical procedure. We'll tap him, we collect the sperm, because the criteria is for him to be producing sperm. Once your partner is producing sperm, and that sperm has good count, motility, and morphology, you can become pregnant. But this is the option for you to become pregnant. Since that sperm is not coming out to the penis, we have to go in and harvest the sperm. So we have to go to the scrotum, collect the sperm, use the ones we're going to use, store the rest. Now, 2 things we can do. You can go for IUI and you can go for IVF. Now, it's important to understand your problem. My sister, if your partner has retrograde sperm production, ejaculation, the sperm is not coming out. This is actually why some men, there are so many challenges in this world. Sometimes we'll be crying we don't have shoes until we see people without legs. I actually have a client. The problem, when they are making love, the partner can be making love to her for 2 hours. He will not ejaculate. It's a problem. Now, the same way some men can ejaculate within 1 second, there are some men that cannot ejaculate for long. It's a problem. There are some men that when they want to ejaculate, they ejaculate inside. This is what is happening in this lady's situation. So my people, let's understand something. The problem is not only from the women. There are so many men that are watching soccer, drinking, eating unkobi, messing about. The problem why you are not a father today is not your woman. It's you. Because you have pride. Because you're not coming to the table of equity, because you're not giving her a chance, because you're not even going for investigation. It takes 2 people to make babies. Accept you have a problem as a man. There are some men that have what we call azoospermia. Azoospermia means, my brother, you don't have sperm. Now listen to me. Anybody can develop any problem at any time. So you must have fathered 1 baby every month in 2020. So you had 12 kids in 2020. Now, beginning of 2021, you can develop azoospermia. You can develop oligospermia. The same thing is applicable to women. Anybody can develop any fertility problem anytime. There is no special time for you to develop it. So when your partner is telling you, honey, come, let's go and do semi-new fluid analysis, and you begin to talk about how Jesus Christ came from Nazareth and is going to Jericho, you are the one delaying. Listen to me carefully. If you want to be a father, you must submit your sperm. Admin, capture this for me in bold. Koro, koro. Listen to me. If you're a man, real men, there are some fake men out there. There are some boys. You can be 60, but you're a boy. A real man will say, you know what? I'm going to follow my woman. I'm going to do everything. I'm going to bring my resources. I'm going to bring my time. So we can find out how we can become jointly. Marriage is not only about the good times. Marriage is also about the bad times. Sticking together. So admin, capture this for me. A real father, whether you're a father now or you're a father in the future, must show up and be a good leader. You must step up. You must see a urologist. You must see a fertility specialist. You must submit your sperm. Admin, capture this for me. Infertility is not just for women. Stop blaming the women. Continue to do the right things. Continue your PPP. Make yourself available. Bring your sperm for analysis. The problem might be coming from you. Unfortunately, some men might be shooting their shots outside. They have series of girlfriends. They are experimenting. They are just trying their luck. Some of your mothers might be party to this nonsense. You are bullying someone else's daughter. You are keeping her at home. You are not enabling her to be a woman. You are not enabling her to be a mother, knowing fully well that this will make her happy. Some of you are even mean. Some of you are not even making love to them. Some of you are depriving them of sexual comfort. So what are you in a relationship for? Why should you be willingly punishing your partner? Then what are you doing? What is your marriage vow? There are so many women that are in dysfunctional relationships. There are so many women that knew fully well that their marriage has come to the end of the road. But because of societal standards, like this lady that said, oh, I don't want to ask for some because of my friends. Most of us are living our life for our friends. You show up in Facebook, you're living a fake life, you're not happy, you show the whole world that you're okay. Meanwhile, when you go back to your room, you're crying. You have the right to be a mother. Rise up and do the right things before it's late, okay? You are not always going to be the same. As you are getting older, your chance of becoming a mother will be dwindling. So you better take your chance when you can, okay? Guys, let's continue. Keep asking your questions, please. Remember, we have a couple of PDFs. So if you missed any of our events previously, you can get the PDFs. Admin, you can list all the PDFs for them. So whatever you need, you can be provided in this group, okay? Guys, let's continue, guys. Let's continue. Keep asking your questions, please. If you have any questions, this is your opportunity. No assumptions. We have about 15 more minutes. So our word round is normally 1 hour, but other days 30 minutes. So you have an opportunity to get feedbacks from me. Okay, let's see. Doc, you are right. A friend of yours wanna be a victim. When she wanna adopt a child, they told her it's from 1 day to 3 days she will adopt without even a certificate. It doesn't matter, my dear. It doesn't matter. Just go and adopt. You know, whatever age you want to adopt your baby is up to you. Some people adopt grown babies, right? Yeah, there's some people that adopt grown babies. Some people adopt newborn babies. But for any reason, whichever one that works for you, please go for it. Don't allow the society stop you. Now, let me also tell you this. This one might surprise you. This is not a Christian group. This is not a religious group. This is not a Muslim group. If you are a single mother, if you're a single woman and you want to be a mother, you can activate. But look, believe me, you have to do whatever you have to do. Some of you might be having illicit sexual relationship. Now, when you become pregnant, you remove it. The biggest mistake you can make in your life ever is to remove your baby. Now, I understand some people might have some circumstances that might not be conforming to them. Now, guess what? If you are old enough to make love, admin, capture this for me, please. If you are old enough and matured enough to make love consistently, then you should be old enough and matured enough to keep your babies. God has provisions for all babies. All. It might not be immediately, but those babies will bring you good fortunes. Now, when you remove your baby, some of you, unfortunately, you might not have enough resources to see a gynecologist. Some gynecologists will definitely not be the removing baby type. Like, I'm pro baby, I love babies, I want to bring baby forth, I don't want to take babies away. Now, some of the places you will go to remove your baby that can damage your body. Now, that baby you're removing might be your only chance of becoming a mother. Now, I understand that society, because your mother is a knight, your father is this, your society is this, you are afraid, you're shameful, or whatever. You're wondering what people will say. What would they say that they haven't said? You better keep your babies. Now, listen to me. Whether you are coming into a relationship with a baby or single, doesn't matter. The fact a single lady is single doesn't make her better than people that have babies. So you can carry the babies to have into a good relationship. There are always people that God keep in our future to love us the right way. So if your relationship is no longer what you signed for, you have an exit. Don't die in an abusive relationship. So many people are already zombies. The body you are having is just an okoro body because you're not happy. You have to refuse to conform to societal standards. I know some of you will come from religion, oh, this, do that. Look, who are you? You're not God. There are so many things we don't do right every single day. But when you do something, you take the responsibility. It's called taking responsibility. So when you are pregnant, keep your baby. You will not understand this until later in life. Okay, let's continue, guys. Let's actually wrap up. Please keep asking your questions. If you need to talk to me, you can say I'm very direct. I don't mince words. So many of you need fixes. You need to fix your marriage. You need to fix this infertility thing. So many of you have spent 10 years. You've been looking for a baby for 10 years and you're warming up to spend another 11 years. No, not in this group. There is no trophy for women that look for their babies more than 1 year. No, we don't have a trophy for that. There is no room for tears cannot give you babies. Emotions cannot give you baby. Looking for people that will pity you cannot give you baby. What will give you baby? Action. When you pray, you play, you practice. This is how you can be a mother. So if you have spent 5 years and this is the 6th year, I want to challenge you to change your story. You can change your generation. You will be the person that will stop the rot in your generation. I'm talking to you. You cannot afford to enter 2022 the same. I want you to refuse to buy into the lies because the overall aim of infertility is to take your joy away from you. Your babies want you exactly the same way you want them. So what is your game plan? If you don't have a game plan, you are planning to fail. Which route are you taking? Are you going for IUI? Are you going for IVF? Are you going to continue to take Clomid? Do you know, unfortunately, life can be mean. Some of you might be taking things to become pregnant. Instead of becoming pregnant, you develop something else. So you might be taking Clomid after previously taking Postinol, and you have been increasing the possibility of developing cancer. So in course of looking for baby, you find cancer. How will you feel? Be careful. The body of a woman is not for experiment. The only person that should give you drugs is who? Your doctor. And if you're looking for a baby, fertility specialist, not just anyhow doctor. Okay? Correct. I think I've provided feedbacks to this. Okay. A friend of yours, she's been married for 4 years, no pregnancy. They've tried by all means, and the doctor keep telling them, the doctor placed them on Clomid and whatever, but you advise her, well, it's up to her. You can't be taking Clomid for life, my people. So many people are taking Clomid. Meanwhile, Clomid is not a problem. Okay, let's see what we have. Good evening. Please, can someone be 1 month pregnant and blood test does not detect it? No. What causes dirtiness of the ear? Every day the ear gets dirty. You need to see an ENT specialist. Your ear is not supposed to be getting dirty. Now, if you are 1 month pregnant, we are supposed to find the evidence of a pregnancy in your blood. Okay? Let's continue, guys. Can someone with small fibroid get pregnant? Yes. Not all fibroid will require surgery. The fibroids that will require surgeries are the ones inside your womb that are bigger than 6 cm and giving you symptoms. So some women can still get pregnant with their fibroid. Let your doctor be the person that will make the call. Okay, let's continue, guys. Dr. Nietzsche, thank you for providing feedbacks. So let me reiterate a couple of things you need to know. In this group, for people that will become mothers, we don't encourage ovulation sex. So whether you think you are ovulating or not, it doesn't matter. Stop your ovulation time sex. Stop your fertility window time sex. Continue to make love every 48 hours. Making love frequently ensures you have, at least at any point in time, good enough quantity of sperm in the vagina. Okay? What's testosterone used for? Is a form of progesterone we use in supporting pregnancy. Okay? Okay. Can one take prenatal instead of pregnant care? Remember, pregnant care is just a brand. So depending on where you live, just make sure it has adequate content of folic acid. What's the adequacy? 400 to 600 microgram. That's what you need. But remember the reason why you're taking it. Okay? Let's continue, guys. Guys, look, this is your opportunity. I have 69 of you watching. If the 69 of you watching wants to be parents next year, take your bold step today. Tell admin, please, I want to talk to Dr. Chidi. Simple things can bring you everlasting joy. Taking charge of your life, taking charge of your infertility today can suddenly, the God we are worshiping is the God of suddenly. Is the God that made a woman at 45 a mother of 4. Is the God that made a woman that had only 1 to be a mother of 4. Is the God that will take you from nobody to make you somebody. This is the God we are worshiping. But guess what? God is not going to come down to convince you. You have to be the person that will convince yourself. And some of you might think you're doing me a favor by showing up. You are very wrong. I am only playing my own part in helping women. My mission, my aim, my passion is to help. I want to help you to mount the stage, to tell the world that you are also a mother. Have they not mocked you enough? Have they not bullied you enough? Have they not abused you enough? So many people that used to be your friends, they've abandoned you. Some of you are being blamed. Even your mother that should love you is blaming you. Even your husband that the problem is coming from might be blaming you. Even your siblings. They have called you so many names. They have deprived you of your rights. They don't even give you love, even when you go to church. Some of them are interested in your money, but you will not understand this. Don't cry on the 31st of December if you haven't done the right things. I want you to say, you know what, I'm done with this. Enough of infertility. It's time to smile again. It's time to behold my babies. If you are not making provisions, you better start making provisions for your baby, because it's not over until you become a mother. And I don't want anybody thanking me. Oh, Doc, thank you so much. No, use those messages to wake up the beast in you, and you begin to fight to reclaim your possession. Motherhood is the reason why God made you a mother. You are not just a woman. You're a mother. Admin, capture this for me. Every singular woman is a mother. Do you know why you are different from men? God already made you a mother by giving you all your eggs. Men doesn't have that. We emit millions of sperm, but you have calculated number of eggs to use. My sister, when you hit 35, you should be worried. Some of you are so comfortable in your infertility, forgetting that comfort zone is a killer of dreams. There are so many dreams that died in the comfort zone. Some of you wanted to become twin mothers, triplet mothers, quadruplet mothers, but you cannot just become quadruplet mothers by just wishing for it. You have to step out, you have to say your prayer, you have to make love, then you need a fertility specialist. 99% of all the multiple babies you're seeing in this group, they took their bold steps. I recently told you guys a story about a colleague that came to America. By the time she was taking her board exams and stuff, they didn't have money. They didn't want to start their family. They went and borrowed money from another colleague. And they had triplets. Guess what? The money they borrowed to go for special treatment that yielded triplets. Guess what happened? By the time those triplets were born, do you know what happened? You remember how Jesus Christ took over all our sins and blotted it away and cleaned it. That was what happened. The couple that gave them money turned out to be the godparents of the triplets and forgave their death. Babies bring good fortunes. Let's stop feeding on the excuses of I don't have money, it's expensive. Look, there are so many expensive things we've done in life. We bought cars, we bought big houses, we've impressed people, we've thrown party, we are getting ready for Shebi, we are impressing people, we are recharging our data, we are going to different groups that won't help us. There are so many things we spend our money on, which are not important. Then the important things we begin to find reasons. The same thing is applicable to women. You've been looking for a baby for a long time. Suddenly, you became pregnant, then you begin to develop your smart genes as a Nigerian. Then you begin to avoid going to your ANC. Then suddenly you lose your baby. You begin to cry, oh my God, you have forsaken me. When you can simply ensure your pregnancy by going to your ANC. A wise mother cannot be pregnant in this group, and you're not in our ANC group. Because anything can happen within the 9 months. You cannot afford to lose your baby. There are so many people that do everything right and they still lose your baby. How much more when you're not doing the right things? When you become a person, you are the carrier of the vessel. Your baby is not just your baby. Do you understand that? But if you begin to live your life exactly how you were living it before, you might be in trouble. No amount of crying will bring your baby back when what you're supposed to do, you didn't do it. So be wise. There is nobody in this group that will say they didn't get what they need. Everything you need is provided in this group. And we don't discriminate. We give freely. Okay? Yes, you can invite your friend, my dear. Admin, please share the links. Invite all your friends. Go to your Facebook. Empty all the names. Remember, if you're in YouTube, subscribe. Do whatever you need to do to tell people about it. Okay? Make sure you register for the summit. We're going to have fun. So many people are going to break the back of infertility. Okay? The original aim for God making you a woman is to be a mother. And a mother you are going to be. Nobody can take it away from you. Nobody can take it away from you. Okay? Let's continue, guys. We have 6 more minutes. 6 more minutes. Do not allow 2021 pass you by. 2022 is the party. 2022 in this group will be harvest of babies. If you notice, since Monday to today, the more I want to dance, the more God will keep dropping babies. Positive pregnancy test. My people, this is your own turn. You have said amen enough. You have clapped for other people. This is the time to mount the podium. Won't you be happy celebrating your twins? Won't you be happy celebrating your triplets? What are you doing? Have you got a family meeting? What is your game plan? Where are you putting your resources? Where do you allocate the biggest investment? So many of us want to build big houses to go and impress people in the village. Who will sleep in those big houses? Who will be in those big cars? What do you do when you sleep in the night? What do you think? What will make you the happiest person on earth? Then why are you not putting the same resources there? Why are you playing tricks by yourself? Unfortunately, it's expensive. My people, I understand that. But do you understand there are some people that have taken off from all over the world? They are going to Nigeria and they are succeeding. Come on. We don't have time, my brother. And I'm talking especially to the men. Now, this is where you also need to empower yourself. You don't have to put application for every single kobo you need. You can afford 2,000 naira. You can afford 3,000 naira to get the knowledge that can change the family lineage. Do you know that as small as 2,000 naira can change the history of your family? You don't want to be the person that will stop your generation. Because I'm telling you, whether you like it or not, if you don't do something today, you can be a born-again Christian getting ready to go to heaven, but you can go alone. You don't want to be the person that will stop your family lineage. Your family lineage will continue. You cannot afford to be the person that will stop it. We have to face our reality. We don't have time. If you're 35 years and above, you don't have the liberty of time. This morning, a 51-year-old lady subscribed, and she was telling me she wants to have triplets. How possible is it for her to use her eggs? At 51, first of all, we have to check and see if she's still, producing eggs. Now, at 51, if she still want to be a mother of triplets, is it possible? Yes. But what does she need to do? Donor eggs, without even blinking. Now, it's possible that this lady, when she was 30, when she was 40, she wanted to have this. Now she's 50. So some of you might be wasting time. By the time you want to do the right thing, it's already late. You don't have the liberty of the time you're wasting. This is my take-home message for you. My people, whatever you need, go and get. If you want to subscribe, don't just come in and say, oh, I want to subscribe, then you go to sleep. Follow through. Read the instructions. Admin will help you. When you subscribe, now this is what we're going to do. I love men that come in as real men and we have matured conversations. If your partner doesn't believe in the right things, set him up. Go and find money, subscribe for 6 months or 3 months so we can talk. Let's talk. Last year, one worry guy giving the woman hell. She was 46. Hell. The same thing this other lady said. Dr. Chidi, you know what? I'm done. I'm tired. I've been following since 2015. What am I going to do? I say, come. What's your problem? Oh, my husband this, my husband that. He's planning to do this. Okay. I said, set up a meeting. Go and subscribe. She came in. You know, there are some men that have so much ego. Meanwhile, they are empty. The first conversation, the guy started giving me attitude. And I had to warn him directly. So you don't come in here with attitude. I'm helping you to be a father. Come on, stop that nonsense. Stop, come down from your high place. Stop this nonsense. Stop. Stop. There are men that bully their wives and their women openly. He was trying to bully my client. I said, no, you don't do that. You don't bully my client. So don't stop that nonsense. Matter of fact, if you're not going to be respectful, I'm going to exit you. He started apologizing. Doc, sorry. Oh, hey, this, that. Oh, hey. I say, young man, go home. I need your sperm. Go and check your sperm. And go and start making allocation for you guys to go and start your family. What's the short story? They are parents today. They had twin boys early this year. So some of your men might be the reason why you're not a mother today and you think it's okay. It's not okay. If you're in a toxic relationship, you walk away because you're gonna die. Look, I'm telling you the truth. Whether you like it or not, look, this world is sweet. Oh. The world is a good place. Oh. Anybody telling you, oh, money is the root of all, that's a devilish lie. Money is not the root of all evil. Money is good. You need your money. That's why it's expensive. You have to pray to have enough so you can get the good things in life. Don't pray to be poor. You need money to be good. Pray to have genuine money. Pray to have enough so you can help other people. Some of you are shooting yourselves in the leg because you are praying exactly the opposite of things that will help you. So if you are having problems raising money for infertility treatment, what are you going to do? You escalate. That's why you have social capital. That's why you have friends. That's why you have brothers. You have sisters. You have church people. You have been contributing money to your church. Every day you're giving time. Every day you're giving 10 offerings. There is no church you will go to. They won't go for 10 different offerings. Are you kidding me? You have been investing in that church. This is the time for the church to step up. They can still be doing 10 days vigil on your head, midnight. I understand, but you need that money. You need the money. Tell your pastor, Pastor, I need 2 million. Pastor, let's have special offering for me. I need 2 million. Your pastors have their boys, they have their girls, and they keep telling you lies. They keep giving you olive oil. They keep giving you empty promises. They keep telling you, God saw this, God gave me, God told me. Nonsense lies. It's all lies. Shine your eyes. When you go to your church tomorrow, shine your eyes. Watch and see what's going on. They've bastardized church. They've made everything about material things. You cannot be depositing your money in a place that your money is not working for you. It doesn't make sense. You must be wise. Some of them, their wives come over to America. Some of their wives had IVF, had whatever. When they reprimand the pulpit, they are using you to shine. Come on, stop that nonsense. Shine your eyes. Start your family. You're wise. You know who God is. Like I said, you don't need visa to talk to your God. My daddy is late, but when my daddy was alive, guess what? I was very afraid of him. But I want something, I go to my dad. I can stay a distance, but I tell my dad what I want. I don't call people to intervene for me. I talk to my dad. When it's time to eat, I stay on my side of the table and I eat food from my dad. God is your dad. You don't need any visa to talk to your dad. Wake up. Wake up. We don't have the liberty of time. Today is the 10th. Let today be the first day of the best days of your life. Begin your journey today. I noticed only few of you register for the summit, right? Only few of you. Meanwhile, you are celebrating the other people that are celebrating their babies. They've gone for things we are begging you to go to. Meanwhile, they've told you need IVF, you need IUI, you need this, you need that. You don't even understand it. Some of your partners, oh, my husband doesn't want IVF. They believe IVF. They believe. Who told you that? You don't even have the knowledge. You don't even want to come to learn the knowledge. Be wise. Be wise. Stop allowing people deceive you. Go above and beyond to do the right things to become. 2022 is not a complaining year. You cannot be in my group and you complain in 2022. No, I'm done with this. God bless you for coming. My time is up. And truly, my sister, I know you're going to be a good mother. I know that. And you know that. God is the God that takes one egg and multiplies it to 3 to 4. It has happened before. Some of you might just be towards the end. Some women might have 4, 6, 5. Guess what? Let me tell you the truth. So many women are going to enter menopause by December. No matter the binding and casting, you are going to age. You can't stop aging. Everybody is going to age. Your grandmothers can no longer give birth to their own babies. They can have surrogacy, they can do donor egg, but they have used all their eggs. So if God is giving you your menopause, He's staring at you. If you ovulate all your eggs by December, you have gone into menopause. Menopause is retirement. So let this wake you up. Some of you don't like the truth. Oh, Doc, are you telling me, oh, what are you doing? Hey, I don't come here to joke with you. I'm only coming here to tell you your truth. Deal with your reality. Deal with your reality and shame infertility and reclaim your life. You have the right to be happy. Babies bring good fortune. You have the right to feel what other women are feeling. This is the biggest thing that can change your life for good. Whether the government is collapsing, whether the world, it doesn't matter. Your babies are going to be your babies. But you can lose your money. They can pursue you from house. They can serve you quick notice. But nobody can sack you from being a mother. Wake up. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Tomorrow is my maternal and child health clinic. Don't miss it for anything. Hopefully, we're going to have a good time. But you know I love you guys. It's tough love. Sometimes you need to raise the volume because some people have deaf ears. You hear from here, it escapes from here. Retain this knowledge I'm giving you. If you want to change your life in 2022, go home to the neck of the woods. Pray. Prayer works. God is good. He's the God of Sarah. He's the God that gave all the women that had no hopes. He's your God. He's your Father. So you pray to your Father every single waking up. You don't have to contract anybody to pray for you. You kneel down on your leg and you say, God, I thank you for saving me. You have to pray. Now, when you have said your prayer, so long as you're not bleeding, some of you are getting ready to sleep in the guest room tonight. You better take your pallet and you better go back to the other room and you begin to engage your partner. Some of your partners are watching soccer. You better tell them today that Dr. Chudi said we have to be making love every 48 hours. I know some of them will collapse. Why? Because they are not fit. If you have to make love every 48 hours, you have to understand how to make love. It's a physical exercise. If you are not fit, you can collapse. But you must make love. Now, when you have made love and you're 35 and above, and after 6 months, you don't have a baby, you better escalate. This is no joke. If you're below 35, if you're in 20s, you can actually go and throw party. The luckiest women in our group are women in their 20s. They have all the time in the world. They can go and do awantino. They can go and do awilo. They can go and mess about 10 years. They can come back and they can still become pregnant. But my sister, listen to me. If you're 35, you're old. It's called advancing maternal age. Now, if you're 40, you are quarter to go. You should not be joining women in their 25 and you're playing with them. Maybe you look young. Oh, they tell you, oh, you look young. You have flat tummy. Oh, your breast is standing up. It is your evening shadow. I remember one of the best advice my daddy gave me before he died. He told me, don't allow evening shadow deceive you. So if you're Igbo, you know, when you look yourself in the mirror, in the evening shadow, you look so tall, right? Evening shadow, go and try it. Go outside and check your shadow in the evening. It's so tall. Then when you look yourself up in that evening shadow, you think you're tall. Meanwhile, you're not tall. You're still an akapo. You're still your age. Don't allow all you see every day in social media to deceive you. Stay the track. If you want to be a mother, deploy your resources. If God gave you the money, go and use the money. Go and get the best care. Attend all events. Stop denying your IVF. So many of you will say it's against over my dead body. IVF is not my portion. Meanwhile, you're binding and casting the only other option that God is going to use to give you babies. You are not God. His understanding is way, way bigger than our own. I don't know why it's difficult. But remember that our parents had multiple babies. Our grandparents, some of them had 20. Some of our grandparents married 5 wives. Have you ever thought for a moment how they achieved that? You better wake up. I'm giving extra time so you will understand this. Let this be the last time you will complain if you didn't do the right things. You cannot be a member of this group. You cannot be following me and you didn't say, I didn't want you. I'm warning you right now. You can be your own mother. You can be your own mother today. You can be a mother today. So refuse to buy into the lies. Go above and beyond and do everything you need to do. God bless you for coming. Admin, thank you so much. I apologize for extending my normal, broadcast time, but we need to do what we need to do. God bless you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.